You ready to start fighting for real?
Alright, y'all. This here game. I'm not going to say... It's very risky to put up video footage of this particular game on the internet. So, I'm not going to say the name of the game. I'm not going to put the name of the game in the title of this series. I'm not going to tag it in any of the tags. So, y'all know what game it is. I've wanted to do videos of this game since it came out. The only problem is the aforementioned Japanese company that this game was developed by. They're basically assholes on the internet, and if you try to do anything involving any of their intellectual properties, they swoop in like the little motherfucker from Lazy Town and just start yelling how everything belongs to them. Stingy? Is that his name? You'd think his parents would have known better than to name him that. I mean, he's only living up to his legacy. But regardless, I figured the DLC's been out for a while, so I wanted to play it again, and I was like, well, they got that new master mode. I don't even want to say that. It's the voice recognition. Shigeru Miyamoto is like, somebody discussing a Zelda master mode. Oh god, I said the name of the game. Anyway, I wanted to play through it, and I was like, I want to make content for my channel, so I'm going to play this for my channel. And now listen, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get this shit on my channel without any content ID shenanigans. So there's not going to be any cutscenes. If you ever see the screen mirrored or an ugly border around it or anything like that, you'll know it's because I'm trying to get around content ID. I think as long as I skip the cutscenes and don't let the music play too loud in the background. In fact, could you edit the volume of the music? You probably can't. Just this option screen. Shigeru Miyamoto is like, oh, I got you good. You think you can use my option, stupid gaijin? I like to think Shigeru Miyamoto and Hidetaka Miyazaki have formed the anti-Tenfey League. Hideo Kojima can be in there too, just because he's another Japanese developer whose name I know. Who else could be in it? Junji Ito, I know his name. I don't know why he would be against me, although I do tend to read online scans of his manga late at night when I'm at home by myself, and it's very creepy. Who else do I know that's Japanese? Well, of course, there's Sanchez Yuramoto, the world-famous half-Japanese, half-Mexican speedrunner, but only Tenfey true believers know him. Like, I don't know how long this has been going, but we haven't even left the starting room. Anyway, so yeah, I want to play through Master Mode, which is a much harder difficulty setting, and we'll see if I can do it. The main game's not really particularly difficult, so maybe this will be more difficult. The only thing difficult is seeing Link running around in these here tight boxer briefs there, and not popping 6 boners. Alright, I'm probably going to have to skip a scene right here. Alright. One thing I never noted whether I should do or not when I have to skip scenes in my videos is... would you all prefer it to just, like, I do a hard edit, like I walk up here and then immediately it's just me moving again? Or do you prefer me to put little transition? Because Power Director 14, which is currently what editing software I use, has all these little fancy transitions, and they're so fun to put in the video. So I'll probably start by putting those in the video, but y'all can leave comments as I go along and be like, transitions are stupid. God, everyone knows Cool Kids only hard cut. I'm like, but the screen, it becomes a little screen and goes whoop to the side, and then the new screen pops up. It's exciting. It's like, whatever. Being excited is for tools. These 2 chests have a worn shirt and worn pants. They're basically worthless, and all they really do is take up inventory space the whole game. Plus, they look awful. They're like pants. They're like short pants, because when Link puts them on, they don't go down to his feet. And the shirt is like... Jerry Seinfeld's puffy shirt. It's not good, so we're going to skip them. Plus, it gives you all more time to admire Link running around in his drawer tail. I know I have a few confirmed lady viewers, so this is all for you, son. You were like, finally, watching the Tenfey channel paid off. I finally get to see some man meat. One thing y'all aren't really getting to see because I'm skipping all the cutscenes, which is where all the voiced dialogue is they actually finally released the other languages, so you don't have to play in English-speaking countries and such. So I've set the game to be Japanese because I prefer subtitles. I do not want to play Zelda with inferior dubbing. I want my glorious Nipponese, thank you. No, I don't like the English voice acting in this game. I don't think it's that good, especially Zelda. So I put it on Japanese. So for unskippable cutscenes, at least I have that to look forward to. Yeah, I don't know what else I was going to say. When Link walks out there, it's going to do the dramatic introduction where he walks and looks at a cliff, and the fucking content ID bots are going to be swarming my house like those fucking electro squids from the Matrix trying to break in through the window. So I'm definitely going to have to cut that shit. I find it infuriating that even in modern day, developers don't realize that all cut scenes should be skippable. They're like, yeah, well, you didn't realize that you should pronounce words correctly. Here, let's get these tree branches. Like, seriously, it's 2017. It's the current year, and I can't skip cutscenes. Like, what the hell? But, yeah, like, for everyone, for replay value, my God. You can skip some of the cutscenes in this game, but not all of them. It's ridiculous. I'm so upset. That's it. Playthrough's over. Alright, we're going to be very careful about this. I've learned from watching speedruns of this game that there's some... Yeah, there's one right there. There's some, like, bladed beetles on these trees that you can sneak up on and grab and make attack up elixirs. I did not realize that the first time I played the game. Look at him. He's so sneaky. I got to be like Animal Crossing and just come up on this motherfucker. He's so high up in the air, though. I got it. Feel free to pause the game and read the item descriptions if you give a shit. We're going to be lousy with tree branches by the time we get out of here. I know that. There's a couple more rhino blade beetles or whatever here. No, there was like a fat pigeon. He escaped. That was Hidetaka Miyazaki's influence on the game. Like I said, all these Japanese developers kind of hang out and stuff. And since Shigeru Miyamoto was working on this game, Miyazaki would come over to hang out and be like, brah, that new Zelda game should make it totally fucking sweet. You know what this shit needs? And Miyamoto was like, what, brah? It's like, fucking fat pigeons, man. Shit's tight, yo. And then they put their visors on sideways and pounded some fucking sake and crushed the bottles on their foreheads. You might not realize it, but Japanese game developers are notorious dude bros. They were like, hey, let's go like touch each other's asses, but it's not gay because we're in a frat. Let's look at each other's dicks, but like ironically. I'm already having too much fun. No, Zelda, shut up! The content ID. She's like, Link day, Saganon, Senpai Kawaii. Ugu, Link, Ugu. She's basically telling Link to notice Hyrule Castle. Okay. That's it, content ID trigger. Alright, we're Old Man Johnson down here, who's secretly the king of Hyrule. Spoilers. Sorry if this is your first experience. Your first exposure to this game was through this Tenfey stream. And you didn't want to know that for some reason. But we're going to avoid the shit out of him because that's a content ID triggering motherfucker if I've ever seen one. We are going to take his axe, though. And there's actually a sword in a stone over here, but it's not legendary. Can you believe it? The first time I played this game, actually the very first time I played this game, I streamed it, and it's on my channel. You can look for it. It's all very much content ID flagged, but you could see my first experiences with the game. And I found this sword up here, and it's designed to look very Zelda-esque, so I thought it was an important, powerful weapon. It's not. It's just a shitty old rusty broadsword. Fun fact, there's a way to repair these, but we're not going to get access to it for a long fucking time. But it is nice to have a proper sword, even if we are still in our drawer tail. I guess we should do something about that. I guess we should put on pants and a shirt. Immediately lose all of my female viewers. And some of the male viewers, too. I've realized I'm assuming things about people. Maybe some guys like to see Link run around his drawer tail. I'm not here to judge, son. Your old Uncle Tenfey welcomes all types. I'm the most tolerant YouTube channel, 2017. Somebody get me nominated for an award. It's like how Ron Swanson won the Pawnee Woman of the Year award. I want some restless crickets. They're very important to have. And the best way to get them is to spin cut the grass. By the way, did you notice this little pond right here? This little circle? I wonder what that could mean. Let's find out. Oh God, I should be talking during this. This is content ID triggering shit right here. We'll get us to a tree Korok seeds. And by that I mean we'll get all 900 of them. God, it would be a long playthrough. Y'all would be so tickled. I want that bass. That bass. No, he swims slightly deeper in the water. If you could swim in the water and just grab a bass like that, you'd be a bad-ass motherfucker. Would you be a bad bass motherfucker? That's it. The playthrough's over. Bad puns. But anyway, yeah, just play the game. I don't really have an agenda. Oh, we're playing on Master Mode. Mastermind. From what I can understand, Master Mode... Excuse me, beg pardon. There are tougher enemies earlier in the game. Like here on this plateau, we might not just encounter the default red bokoblins or whatever. We might encounter some hardier varieties. And apparently during combat, if you're not constantly attacking enemies, they'll slowly regain health. So you got to be more aggressive. And it's harder to sneak up on enemies as well. Oh, I pulled out my Sheikah slate to look through it, and that's it. All I'm going to be looking at is a content ID notice. These fucking animations. But yeah, there's that. Apparently there are secret platforms that are floating by on Octorok balloons that have loot on them you can find as well. So that's pretty cool. So, let's see. Hopefully we'll have a good time. Anything gives me an excuse to play this again. No, Hightail Lizard! Yeah! The fun fact about Hightail Lizards is they can be used to make a potion that lets you run fast. And you're like, I don't see, there's no correlation in that. I'm like, yeah, well, what if you had to hightail it, huh? Huh? Like, I don't get that. I don't know your idioms. English is my first language. I'm like, oh, well, to hightail it is an old thing you'd say in English, and it means to beat feet. They're like, what? You just speak normal. I'm like, I'm sorry, bilingual viewer. I didn't realize I was off-putting you so much. Okay, there are pants. I can feel them. Breath of the pants. We're going to have said pants, too. So, they're up here. If I was a pants placing mother... Okay, see, there's a blue bokoblin already. And he's already all over my shit. This rusty sword might not be enough to kill him, but we can certainly try. How you doing? Wonder if he'll one-shot me. We could flurry rust the shit out of him, though. So, we went aboard him. Neck bone style, baby. Of course, the sword immediately broke, but that's okay. I found a Boko. It's so convenient that there was a Boko blade in here. Like, who could have ever imagined? Boko's like, no, that's not fair. It's mine. I'm telling the teacher. Well, apparently every bit of combat in Master Mode is going to be a life or death struggle, where all your weapons break. It's like, whose line is it anyway? The enemies are all made up, and the weapons don't matter. Yeah, an axe is not good to cut the grass, in case you're looking for restless crickets. So, remember what your old Uncle Tenfey said, kids, don't try to cut grass with an axe. It's nothing to it. You can use that. Always use wood cutting axes for cutting wood. You can put that in the quote when I'm in the running for most tolerant YouTube channel 2017. Also, tree branches and barrels are friends and won't, like, they can't be broken. Alright, there is a pair of pants around here. I can feel it coursing through my body, the aura of pants. I believe that would be a good place for pants. It ought to be a good place for a fucking bokoblin. But what he doesn't know is his friend has provided me with a tool to clobber the shit out of him. After I Metal Gear my ass up there, I mean, of course. This game really is like the Metal Gear of Zelda. Right? Link, are you listening? Never mind, you're too hot. Okay. That's right, you ornery son of a bitch. Turn around and sniff the ground. Because that's where you're going to be in a minute. 6 feet below it. That poor motherfucker has no goddamn idea. The ass... Well, he might have a little bit of an idea. He is a bokoblin. He's from the streets. He probably has some inkling that he's about to get clobbered. But probably not as badly as I'm about to do it to him. Shazam! It hurts so good. Of course, you know... Oh, wait, I could just take his bokoblin club. We're going to need more tree branches, my God. This game is so fragile now in Master Mode. Every enemy's got 900 HP. Get this fucking weak-ass shit. I wouldn't wipe my ass with that tree branch. God damn the shit we put over it. It was all worth it though, son. If I know a thing or two about this chest, and I do. It's got pants in. Look at that. Solomon Grundy like to have hold of him right now. Sorry, ladies. Been enjoying all that link man meat, but we're pants now. We got pants. You been pants? Can't you tell? Okay, now that we have pants, we need a shirt, but unfortunately the shirt is locked behind a plot wall. So we have to go activate the Sheikah towers. God. Link's like, I just fucking woke up and got to activate the Sheikah towers. This is some bullshit. Of course, we can't fight anything because apparently we need an arsenal to kill one blue bokoblin. But you know what? We do have rocks. You know what rocks love? To roll down hills and crush motherfuckers. And luckily there are motherfuckers afoot below said hills. Everything works out. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Wow, that did a very small amount of damage. maybe this is a 2 rock. Look, his HP's coming back so fast. Rocks are useless now. Master mode. Rocks used to be your one true ally in this game, but in master mode they can't do shit. All these birds. Alright, we're going to have to creep our ass around. There's the tower right there. We're going to creep our ass around to it because I can't fight shit. Link woke up on the wrong side of bed this morning. He's like, man, we ain't fought shit. Oh, remember, kids, if you ain't got no weapons or a shirt, then why fight? That's some philosophy for you there. If you're a philosophy major, feel free to use watching this playthrough. It counts as a course credit. Ooh. I wonder if this Guardian has any Guardian loot inside of him that I can have for later. Look at that fat gear. We need gears and screws and shit to upgrade our Sheikah slate later. There is a motherfucker right there. And I can't fight him because all of my weapons are more fragile than a fucking polar bear dick. Oh look, these are the floating balloon platforms they added in master mode. Apparently they have fat loot on them, and I want that loot because I'm using nothing but fucking clown shoes and shit to fight enemy. Yeah, I read that polar bears have like a bone in their dick, but because of like pollution and FCCs in the atmosphere or something, it's too brittle. So when they fuck a lady polar bear now, their dick breaks. They're like, oh baby, this never happens, baby, come back. She's like, I can't be with no man ain't got no bone in his dick. I can't be with no broke dick man. It's like, baby, come on, our house is melting. What else are we gonna do? Oh, baby. And he just starts crying and drinking Coca-Cola. It's so sad. That motherfucker has a sword, a proper ass sword, and it's gonna be mine after I clobber the shit out of him. Oh God, I have to beat the sword out of him. He's like a pinata. Come on, baby, drop that shit. Look at that. That's loot right there, baby. That's fat loot. That loot is practically obese. We need to get that loot on some sort of diet, son. That loot's going to lose a foot. Whew, my God. We have a real-ass weapon. Of course, we can't use it. Heaven forbid. In Breath of the Wild, good weapons are Mega Elixir, son. You save that shit for Ganon. You go through the whole game throwing rocks and fucking clamshells at people. You get to Ganon, maybe use your good sword once. Just show it to him. Let him know you have it. Where you start beating him with clown dildos. Alright, we gotta activate this shit, which means we gotta skip a cutscene. So I'll see y'all in 45 minutes. Alright. So for those of you who don't know, for whatever reason, we just activated the Sheikah towers, which are these towers that pop up all over the place, like that one over there. And basically you climb them to reveal the map, because it's a rule in open world games, you gotta climb towers to reveal the map. It's just how it's done. It's the Geneva Convention put forth these mandates and shit. So, let's just climb down the tower, and then we'll talk to an old man. And no, don't climb back up, stupid. Link's like, well, maybe you should hit the right button. God. Like, yeah, whatever. Whatever, stupid. It's not like I want you to rescue Zelda and beat Ganon or anything, baka. Why is Link such a baka? Regardless, we have to fall down here and talk to an old man, so that's another 75-minute cutscene I'm going to skip, and then we can finally go get our shirt. It's a progression. Alright, 75 minutes later, he's told us he wants us to get the things out of these shrines. The Magnesis shrine is over there. That's kind of the one to aim you towards, but my shirt is on top of a mountain. So that's where we're headed. But first, I see some motherfuckers that need to be clobbered. The only problem is, I can sneak up there and stealth strike one of them, and then use every weapon I have and probably take off my shoes and pants and strangle him to death with them. but I won't have anything left to kill his friend. So we're gonna have him probably know when to hold him, and then potentially know when to fold him. The ancient sage of Hyrule said that once. I think his name was John Lennon. But regardless, we saved because we're gonna save scum. If anything goes wrong, we're just gonna load it and pretend it never happened. That's what video games taught me. That's what Undertale taught me. Son. And my theory is that Zelda is Sans and Ganon is Papyrus. Alright, motherfucker. Prepare to get clobbered. Boom! Alright, we have to kill him before either his HP comes back or his friend shoots us to death. Don't shoot me, bro. Oh, this is my bow now, by the way. Spoilers. This belongs to me. Manifest bow destiny. Alright, you gotta get out of my way. God damn. That's damn it. No, his HP's coming back. We got a secret self-strike. I don't know how it happened. Alright, you need to die. That's all there is. That's the only truth of this world, is that you can't live in it anymore. A cat can't live in this dog world. And we got some guts. Alright. Ooh. Oh shit. Oh, that's right. Hey, can we farm? Yeah, we can make him shoot arrows at us and farm them, son. We'll be so wealthy in arrows. Master mode has been defeated. I'm just gonna stay here for about 35 minutes farming this shit. Well, I would if I could find it. Oh, so every arrow he just shoots doesn't guarantee it's going to appear as an item on the ground, because that would be too much fun. It's because there was a YouTube video I remember a while back that was like, hey, here's how to farm infinite arrows in Breath of the Wild and make the game fun, and Miyamoto would have nothing to do with it. He found out, he was like, fun in my video game, and he grew so angry that his udon noodles that he was eating started boiling while sitting on his desk, and he hot patched the shit out of it. Well, there's a few more arrows. Is it like there's a certain amount that can be on the ground at once? Like, I don't know. I don't know the lore of Master Mode. All I know is I want more arrows. Miyamoto, please. Miyamoto, I've been good. I did my homework and I ate my vegetables. Can I have arrows? You've made this game fucking impossible. At least you just give me a goddamn handful of arrows. How did that not hit me? The was like, I don't know, how didn't it hit you, you fucking hacker? We'll get your IP banned. Link's like, no, but I'm rank 3 on the Counter-Strike server. I just need a few more frags to get to rank 1. Link's an avid Counter-Strike player. You might not know this. Go to the Zelda wiki. It's there. I guarantee it's there. Alright, ooh, another arrow. We need to run away so that he forgets us. No more arrows? Just a few more? Fine. I just wanted a couple more arrows, man, just to get me through the day. Link's over there, like, scratching himself in a back alley, twitching. He's like, man, I will suck your dick for a quiver of arrows. Yeah, we're going to have to run over here so that he forgets us and forgets his friend that we killed. So that way we can stealth strike him as well. Because the only way we're going to be able to kill any enemies in this mode is to stealth strike them and then hope we have enough fucking weapons to just start throwing at them. It's like Shaun of the Dead rules, son. You just start throwing shit. Do you see that butterfly? Well, I ran down there like I was going to fight it, but I suppose I could just sneak over here. I want that. Got you. We're going to turn that butterfly into a drink later. Butter aid. That sounds contradictory. Fly aid? Neither works. I wonder why they're called butterflies. Is it because they flutter by, but then it got switched around? I'm trying to figure out how I can work this into a joke about Fluttershy, and then, you know, I could put MLP in the tags, and all the kids, I guess, will watch it. I honestly don't know if the kids are into that shit anymore. I haven't kept up with it in years. Okay, motherfucker. He's there. He's trying to be strong, but I know he's silently mourning his friend that I beat to death. So I'm going to put him out of his misery. Link has become a professional grief counselor. I'm going to counsel the shit out of your grief with a sword. Shazam! Alright. I need you to die before my sword breaks, sir. Please. No, sir. You don't understand. Oh my god. Every enemy takes an entire sword to kill. It's like people exaggerate about the durability in this game in the regular mode, but in master mode, it's the truth. We have a bow and arrow. I guess we're going to have to somehow snipe everyone to death. How many arrows do we get anyway? 16 arrows! My favorite John Hughes amount of arrows to have. Does that count as a joke? If that counted as a joke, leave it in the comment. Ooh, what's this? Additional arrows hidden in the grass? 17 arrows again. My favorite movie where a guy becomes a teenager and tries to fuck his daughter's high school friend. It's a weird movie. Now that I think about it. Alright, there are bokoblins down there, and there are explosive barrels down there, and there's a rock up here. So I'm going to solve this word problem here. If this rock leaves this station at 30 miles an hour, and the goblins' assholes are 4 miles away, and the explosive barrels contain 13.8 joule. Oh, all I know is we got to run out here and get these clubs before they do. I need them more than you. Please don't touch me. I need to eat food. I haven't cooked anything. Everything's raw. I'm going to eat... No, I don't want to eat a raw fish. But the mushroom... Fine, I'll eat the fish. God damn. It's the most Japanese part of the game, eating raw fish. Just going to shove handfuls of mushrooms up my ass. But I do see a cooked steak. Oh, the stakes of this battle have gotten higher. Ha ha. I've become a 1940s hero. Have at you. They have already regained all their HP. This is impossible. Master mode should be called impossible mode. Miyamoto, what is it? I know what happened. Miyamoto got mad because the game came out and the game wasn't really that hard. You could just, tank through it. And he grew so angry. He's like, he's a stupid gaijin. Like how he became Italian. He's like, he's a gaijin. They play my game machines are too easy. I'ma show them a real good. I'ma be the meatball in their ragu. I'll be the pasta on their bolognese. I'll be the leaning tower of their Pisa. I thought those barrels would break if I hit them with a club, and they didn't. So I'm going to angrily throw it. Well, if I knew the controls, I would anger. There. That's how you throw a barrel. Not that it matters. They're breakable. Master mode. Barrels are secret final enemy, son. That Fatco's too good. They're too powerful. Alright, regardless. Ooh. Is this where... I know there's a weapon hidden around. No, okay, it's not. This one. But I will get an ancient screw, which is my favorite page of the Kama Sutra. No, okay. I know inside the Temple of Time there's a chest with a weapon in it. And to add John Freeman, we didn't have weapon. Y'all need to read or watch a video of Full Life Consequences, because I reference John Freeman quite a bit in Tenfey videos when it involves weapon and whether or not you didn't have, and walking quickly and zombie ghosts. Like, these aren't just things I yell at random. I know you'd think they are, but they do have an origin. Tenfey Origins. It's a comic miniseries coming out. It's being written by Kevin Smith, so there's a scene where I accidentally pissed my pants in it. That's what has Kevin Smith been known to do. Alright, we need to sneak in there, and there's a motherfucker that needs to be clobbered. I'm just the guy to do it. Son. Yeah, this is the phantom pain of Zelda. Link wakes up. Zelda's kind of like Ocelot. She's like, go, senpai, let the legend live again. If I had a little bit more David Bowie in it, would be set. Alright, this motherfucker has no goddamn idea the ass whipping about to be laid on him. Not even a hint of it. No, don't turn around, my God. Have you ever heard of Ace of Base? These fucking people. Alright, sorry about that. There was an interruption. I had to leave the room for a second. But through the magic of editing, you would probably never know unless I specifically told you, and I did. Full disclosure on Tenfey Channel side. Tenfey Channel is hard-hitting, investigative Zelda journalism, and you demand a certain level of integrity. You motherfucker are going to get clobbered. If I were to creep out there right now, would he see me with his goblin eyes? Let's find out together. Don't you look at me. Shisha! Alright. Every enemy we have to go aboard neckbone style, son. There's no other way to do it. Alright, my club broke. We got his. Whew. Damn. I actually appreciate how much more difficult Master Mode is, son. Every battle is a struggle. An epic struggle for life. I'm going to throw you at a wall. Oh, I thought things would be in it. I want rupee. No, I don't. I want arrows. Fuck rupees. I wish if all of these had arrows in them, I could solve all the world's problems because I could shoot them to death with a bow. It's like, what about world peace? I'm like, ain't going to be much fighting once I kill everybody with a bow and arrow. Alright, here is the weapon that I knew was in here and I had to have. That's pretty fucking sweet, dude. I'm not gonna lie, baby. So we got several bows and arrows. We have several bows and we have crushes on several boys. This has been your Teen Girl Squad moment. Okay, enough of this nonsense and lollygagging. Y'all came here to see me get a pants and a shirt, and by God if I'm not. Was that a shooting star? There's such a rare item, but I can't have it. Why is the game taunting me? Alright, we have to get to the top of the coldest mountain on the Great Plateau. That's where the shirt lies. Seek the holy shirt of Anzan. I am where the four pants meet. Okay, if we're going to get up there, we need anti-chili. Anti-chili? Is that like something you serve in reverse Texas? Oh God, we can't go that way. It's too cold. I need a cooking fire. Because I have things. I have a butterfly that I need to make into a medicinal elixir. Oh, that's right. There's a little house over there. I always forget about these little quaint things. We could probably cook us up a storm over there. But I also know there's like a bokoblin encampment. You know, I just realized it's night. Speaking of which, look at some trees now. It's the best part of the game. Oh! Oh! And oh. Wood is important to have, kids. Life can't exist without wood. Like, don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything you're taught in college, son. You need wood to have life. Oh God, I just realized that might be counterintuitive to me being the most tolerant YouTube channel of 2017. I apologize. Ooh, Korok leaves. They're not good for combat, but they're good for making the wind. Any way the wind blows, son. Now that's a John Lennon quote if I've ever heard one.